Hello Revolve, my name is Allana Davison and today I'm going to be showing you how to create the perfect makeup look for fall. You know that fall is here when we've got a turtleneck on, y'all. We are switching up our colors, embracing that colder, crispier air, and this is going to be a perfect go-to look for you to wear every day or to take it up a notch for any of your nights out coming into the holiday season. I have to actually start by saying that it is headband season for me. I don't know what's going on, but I got this cute one from Revolve. How adorable is this? I'm wearing it while I get ready, but also it's so cute to just wear anyway. Okay, so starting with the base, I'm going to use the Tower 28 SunnyDays. Now this is something that I use pretty much all year round. I use it in the summer too. It's a gorgeous lightweight base that has all of your SPF covered. It's super light, super natural. And to be honest, over here in Canada, fall is quite a transitional season. So we still have some warmer days mixed in with the cold, chillier autumn air. So I don't like to switch up my base too much. Like maybe going into winter, I would add like a much thicker moisturizer or something underneath. But for the most part for fall, I can still get away with using my same favorite everyday bases. I love a lighter base product to just put all over and even out the skin tone, maybe add a little bit of warmth, and having your SPF in there too is so nice. So a little multitasking 2-in-1 is the vibe that I love to wear for my everyday makeup, but also when it's natural and glowing and adding moisture to the skin, it just wears so well throughout the day and into the night if you need to head out for a night on the town. It also started raining and the weather was getting miserable and I put a tan on to take that away. So still using my summer shades. Thank you so much. Look at how beautifully that blends out. You can use a brush, you can use a sponge, you can use your hands, whatever's easiest for you, but it blends out so beautifully no matter what. Now we still want to get our sculpt going and get those cheekbones snatched. I'm using this iconic London Shape and Shade sculpting stick in the shade Sketch. And for those cream products, I love to use something that's a little bit more cool tone, but not too cool, not too warm, just something right in the middle so you can just use it as your bronzer and contour in one. And I'm gonna use that to add a little bit more shape, add a little bit of contour. I love to use creams for this. I'm not so much of a powder contour gal, but especially when we're evening out the skin tone, we wanna add a little bit of dimension back into the face. And just make sure to apply this a little bit higher on your cheekbones than you would normally think to do. And think about blending it up along your cheekbone and into your forehead, and that will give you the most natural looking contour, still sculpting the cheeks, and you don't want to place it too low so you're not dragging your face down. So blending that up along the cheekbones, along the forehead, and kind of along the hairline so it looks super natural. And I usually just take whatever's left over on my brush and apply that onto my jawline. Sometimes I find if I apply the product directly onto my jawline, it just doesn't look cute. I can go overboard with product very easily, so you can apply more if you want, but otherwise there's a little something left over there if you want it to be. And then I like to take a little bit on my nose because I just find it looks a little bit weird and a little bit white if I don't put anything else on my nose, but me and nose contour aren't friends. I've got a knobbly nose as it is, so if you are a nose contour pro, then all the power to you. Please do as you wish. Then we're gonna go in with a blush, but this is actually an all over cream color. This is from the brand MANASI 7, and I have to say, I discovered these from Revolve Beauty, and I am absolutely obsessed. I now have them in 3 different shades. They're so good. If you are a girly who loves cool tones and those more natural earthy tones, the shades of these are so beautiful. I actually don't know which one I wanna use right now. These are the 3 that I have, and this is the one that I was using all spring and summer. This is the shade Duras, but then I picked up some deeper shades to embrace the autumn colors. I feel like this one goes with my little sweater, so we'll try that. This is the shade Chatoyer, this one. She looks beautiful. What I love about an olive cream color is, for one, it makes a gorgeous blush. So I'm going to take this with my little blush brush and just apply that to the tops of my cheekbones. And we are doing a little bit of underpainting because for the ultimate natural, perfect everyday look, underpainting just helps everything to look so blended in and so seamless and so natural. So applying your blush or this olive cream color before your concealer is going to make it look so snatched and blended. So I'm going a little bit more heavy-handed with this because we are going to be putting concealer on top, but just kind of taking it along the cheekbone and also blending this up. And I kind of love also taking a little bit onto the forehead, and that's what's beautiful about using these cream products. You can just kind of apply it wherever, all over, as the name would suggest. And I also like to take a little bit of it onto the eye. I just think this looks so pretty. We're going to intensify it with eyeshadow in a bit, but if you wanted just that monochromatic, perfect everyday makeup look, adding this color everywhere is so pretty. You can also put it on the lips. Like, it's just so nice. Take a little bit of it across your nose. And because these are such lightweight cream products, they're not too pigmented, you can really just have a lot of power in blending it everywhere. This color is perfect for fall. Are you seeing the vision here? I hope so, because I am. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Wow. Whoever you are out there in the world, MANASI 7, you absolutely rocked it with these. These are so pretty. It's kind of giving bronzer. It's looking like I also just had some sun. Wow, beautiful, beautiful color. Obsessed. All right, now we're gonna tone this down a little bit. We're gonna go in with our Tower 28 Serum Concealer, which is another one of my favorite base products. Truly, Tower 28 does it so well. If you have more dry, more sensitive skin, you just need something that's gonna work and it's not gonna break you out and it's perfect for every day. Love the Tower 28 products. I've got a little bit of darkness. I don't get a whole lot of sleep, which I think a lot of us can relate to. So I always like to put a little bit just right there, right into the corner of my eyes, and then just take a little bit along the underneath of my eye, a little dollop on my nose, and then I get quite red around my mouth, so just making sure to apply some extra coverage and concealer here, but just a little bit, not too much. And then we take our brush. I'm a brush gal. Again, use your fingers, use your beauty blender, whatever you wish, and just blend that concealer out. And as you blend the concealer into all of our other layers, it's just gonna all blend together and look so nice and soft. I also like to take like a little bit of the concealer from the inner corner here and just right onto my eyelid, and that has a really nice natural highlighting effect on the eye. So taking that, blending it up, kind of giving the under eye a little lift. And I'm trying to be so soft with my blending strokes. We're not stabbing our face here and we're not pressing and rubbing around. We're just really softly fluffing the brush around. You can always go back with your blush brush and just give it a little tap on top of that to give it a final little blend together, but I'm not applying any more product and we're just left with that super natural soft base. Love. Big fan. All right, I'm gonna take my little Charlotte Tilbury setting spray here. I'm gonna set this all in. Give it a wave. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Gel to set up my brows while the rest of the skin is soaking in. Get those brows lifted to the heavens. I'm actually gonna go to the lips before we finish up the eyes. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Muted Mauve Lip Pencil, another gorgeous shade to consider for fall makeup. One of those lovely natural cool tones that I think will look so good with the all over cream color that we used. And I'm just gonna use this to line the lips. It's the perfect color. Oh my, not too warm, not too cool. Honestly, sometimes for my everyday makeup, I go without mascara. Like I would totally put this lip liner on, rock on with my day. It's so pretty and I love the combination of all of these colors. However, if we wanted to intensify it and make it a little extra glam feeling for fall, we're gonna go in with this gorgeous lip elixir. This is in the shade Chai Macaron. Again, just the fall colors are screaming. We're gonna add a little extra gloss on top of our muted mauve lip pencil, especially going into that chillier air. If we wanna add a little extra hydration to the lips, this is the one to do it. Look at that combo. Name a better fall lip combo. I will wait. So this is gorgeous for every day. If we wanted to intensify it for a little night out, we can go ahead and add some shadow. This is a gorgeous classic eyeshadow palette from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the luxury palette in the shade The Sophisticate. And again, can you sense a fall theme here? These are the perfect kind of cooler, deeper shades for fall, which are so gorgeous. So I'm gonna show you how to really quickly just add a little extra love to the eyes. I'm gonna start with this light shade right here and just add a little extra brightness into the inner corner of the eyes. We did a little bit of that with the concealer earlier, but now I just want to take this light shadow to just kind of set that in. I often opt for shimmers, but to embrace the fall season, we're going to go with this smoky little matte eyeshadow look, and I think that'll be so nice. So using this to set this in, we'll get a little bit of creasing if we don't put any powder here. Adding a little lighter shade just adds a little extra brightness to the inner corner. Then we're going to take this lovely light beige with a fluffy brush and use that to set in the crease area. So I'm just putting the bulk of the product right here on the outer corner and then just blending that up into the crease. Blend, 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 and even this shadow right there. So nice. We can also take that same shadow on the lower lash line. And then if we want to add a little bit more depth, we're going to take this shadow along the lash line. Make sure to tap it off or else it's going to go all over your face. I'm just pressing that right into the lashes and then we're going to blend it out just to give it that soft smoky effect. If you want to, we can also take a little bit of the same just on the lower lash line, but it just depends how deep and smoky you want to go with your eye. I think a lot of us tend to overthink our eye makeup and go really heavy and deep with our smoky eyes, where just a little bit of a deeper eyeshadow can make all the difference and still have a gorgeous smoky effect. I always like to think of it as my red carpet makeup. So many of those looks are so much lighter than we think. Go ahead and apply your favorite mascara. This is the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. I love to use the shade Drift. It's a brown mascara and it just gives a softer, lighter touch for my everyday makeup looks, but I find myself wearing brown mascara no matter what anyway, because I think it just looks better with my eye color and skin tone. And we'll just keep up with the brown theme here. Now, as the weather gets cooler going into the fall and winter, I find myself using less and less powder. So you can go ahead and use a little bit of setting powder. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. Especially around my mouth, I get very, very dry and kind of itchy and scratchy. So I might just put a little bit of powder just right here on my nose and underneath my eye and maybe just a touch. But otherwise, I find that my skin is dry enough that I can live without it. So just depends on your skin type and what your skin needs as the weather gets the chill. And so this is the finished makeup look. This is my go-to makeup look for fall, doing a few little switch ups of the products and embracing some of those gorgeous deeper shades for the new fall season. All of the products that I used today can be found on Revolve Beauty, and be sure to subscribe to the Revolve Beauty YouTube channel to see more videos and tutorials like this. I hope that you guys enjoyed my makeup look. Thank you so much for being here and for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!